Welcome to the Advice Show, media with the common sense approach. So we have a little girl that went on a school field trip. She went to a private school. And when she came home, she had rope burns on her neck. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
This is what a mother saw when her 12-year-old girl stepped off the school bus following an overnight field trip to Germer Ranch in Blanco County.
The little girl comes walking up to the car, and the mom thinks that she's got a necklace on.
Turns out it was burns from a rope. According to the family attorney, she and her classmates were playing on this swing when three boys came up behind her, put this rope around her neck, and jerked her to the ground. She told an adult, and according to the lawsuit, a parent who was a doctor rubbed it with Vaseline and gave her some ibuprofen. The mom was never called.
Given the nature of these injuries and these wounds, for the school to not even investigate that, not even look into whether there's a racial motivation or what's going on, is completely irresponsible.
This is being turned into something that it's not.
The attorney for the school says the teachers and chaperones followed protocol based on the doctor's assessment of the injury. There is also a criminal investigation underway, but the captain here at the Blanco County Sheriff's Office working this case tells me the first time he heard about any of this was when he got a call from the media. Since then, he's been driving back and forth to Waco to interview every single person who was there that day. And he plans on showing these pictures to a child abuse and trauma expert.
I think the facts will continue to show, and the investigation by the Blanco County Sheriff's Department will confirm that the injuries suffered by the student were the results of simply an unfortunate accident.
Now, you know, the most ridiculous thing that I heard in this news piece was the attorney that said, well, this was an unfortunate accident. It is nothing about what happened to that little girl as an unfortunate accident. Let me describe this to you. It's not an accident that three people, three white boys, I might add, grab a rope, wrap it around this young black girl's neck and start dragging her around by her neck. What happened? Your old savage, good-for-nothing people that taught you how to hate black people? You had some sort of thought in your mind that you want to lynch black people? Is that what you wanted to do? Because let me tell you something. You talk about why racism keep going on in America. It keep going on because they are teaching these little kids how to be that way, and they grow up being racist savages. That's why. You cannot sit here and keep asking how this stuff keep going on. Racism is a social construct. There's nothing physical about that. You have to constantly teach that. And this is why a lot of black people have been saying, maybe, just maybe, we need to rethink a whole lot of things and stay away from a lot of these white folks. Because the reason why they've been saying that is because of incidents like this. Now, this is supposed to be a private school, people paying money, and people that's supposed to be good people, middle class people, as like they like to say, because, you know, they promote that, well, you know, people who are poor white people, the ones who live in trailer parks are the one who really think that way, but not the ones who got a little money and stuff like that. That's what they like to promote. And for them to say this is not racially motivated, are you kidding me? You kidding me? But we did another story on those other savages where they sodomized that other young man and they were saying all the racial slurs. I mean, they are young people. It's not the old people that lived during Jim Crow is the one that's doing this. These are young. They are teaching this mess. The next generation is already infected. The millennials are infected with it already. It's not going away no time soon. See, I do these stories enough, and when people come tell me about things, I'm the wrong one to come talk to because I do too many stories to see this stuff constantly keep happening. It's not going away. You can't legislate it away because one thing Martin Luther King said a long time ago, you can't put a law on the hearts of men. You can't. If you have an evil, corrupt heart, ain't no law gonna fix that. No law could tell you to not teach your kids how to hate black people. And nobody is born hating nobody. That is something that you are taught. And when black people get to the point and say, you know what, I don't know about them white folks, I need to kind of stay away from them, it's usually reactionary. It's not that in our homes we are taught to hate white people. We aren't taught to hate nobody in our homes. So we got too much issues in our own community to be worrying about all that. But these things are being taught. And I've had a lot of white people sit down and tell me to my face, this is what they're being taught in their home. They parent either that way or the grandparent or the uncle or whoever. They involve them in politics at a very early age, tell them about Trump and walls and Muslims and Mexicans and blacks and all this other stuff. I guarantee you that. And it's sickening and ridiculous. And this is why we have all the problems in this nation with division. It's because you are teaching your kids to hate black people in the household. But then if black people point that out, or black people say, I don't want to deal with you, then all of a sudden it's, well, I don't know why you guys are like that. And you are reverse racist. That's so funny when they even say that. In order for black people to be reverse racist, they would have to have power to affect you in the same manner with jobs, prevent you from getting loans, own the criminal justice system, own the police, own the military, own all the branches of government, discriminate against you for having a white sounding name. That way you can get X'd off of the list. All the issues that black people have to have that same power to be a quote unquote a reverse racist. So until black people gain that power and can do that to you, they can never be a quote unquote reverse racist. And it's quite funny that you acknowledge that you are being racist. And when black people do it back, it's a problem. So it was a problem when you did it too. But that's okay as long as you get to do it. Now, if you're not that way, I'm not talking about you. But when I speak in the guys that if the shoe fit, wear it. And I think these parents got a wake up call about the school. Look at the response of these people in this school. You need to pull your kid out that school, get every bit of money that you can get out that school, and go put your child in a good school somewhere else. This is why we need to open up our own private institutions, because at private institutions that are black owned, I've never heard a child have a rope wrapped around the neck and dragged. Never heard of that before. I never heard of them being discriminated against and being bullied because they're black. I've heard this too many times. I do too many stories, keep telling y'all that. This stuff is ridiculous. And we need to stop saying, oh my God, in 2016, stop saying that crap. It's going to be 2016, 2026, or whatever time period you want to be. As long as you're teaching your kids to hate black people, it's going to keep going on. And we as black people must open our eyes and realize what's going on, accept it, and learn how to fix the issues and problems that we have within our community, and then deal with things within this country. It's just bottom line. And if you sit up here, and a lot of times it's going to happen this way, watch the comments. They're going to defend that. It's always going to be a defense to it. It's always a defense. Y'all watch. And I always tell y'all, if y'all catch somebody defending something like that, y'all light them up in the comment section. Light them up. Don't stop talking to them because they're wrong. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if the roles reverse. Ain't nobody supposed to be putting a rope around nobody's neck and dragging them around. Sorry, that is nothing you could do to justify that crap. And don't give me there was an unfortunate accident. It's kind of like, when they kill black people, well, it's an unfortunate tragedy. Stop saying that crap because you don't mean it. You don't care about black people. You care more about Harambe than black people. So don't give me that crap. Just don't say nothing. Like Donald Trump said the other day, just don't say nothing. Just be quiet. Like that's what he told y'all. So just follow Donald Trump. Just don't say nothing because you're not being genuine when you're saying that junk about a tragedy. And we pray. You ain't pray about nothing. You ain't capable of praying because if you follow the 10 Commandments, you couldn't do half of the stuff that you are doing. The ones who are doing it, of course. Hit me up in the comments, use your commentaries, subscribe.